right. All right, greetings everyone. Let's see, is it still running? All right. So I hope it's still recording. Okay, so greetings everyone. I'm going to go ahead and record today, this training. And I am really excited about the new month, August, because this is an opportunity for us to do it all over again. So I kind of said I wanted to talk about is the self-development training. And I think this will help you in regards to how to move forward with your business, because the more self-development that you do, the better you, because we're in a mindset change. You know, some of us are coming from working a 9-to-5. Some of us are coming from not working a long time, different realms. So we have to kind of unthink how we usually do things and rethink according for this business, because network marketing is it's not a job. It's all about attracting people to you. So in order to become that person that is very attractive, you have to constantly do self-development on yourself, constantly open up your mind, learn new things. And I find this by just reading and what have you. So we have like such a duplicatable business. So to make things simple, I'm just going to walk through this, and so you all can take a look at it on your leisure. If you didn't get a chance to come on here, if you have any questions later, you can let me know. But I want everyone in your back office, when you go to your back office, KFC Dempsey has a video that you can watch, and she has the August game plan. And so I suggest you download it. I downloaded mine, so I'm going to get prepared for that. Now, I've talked to a few of you all, and I kind of know who's where they're at. And so this way I can work with you in more detail. All I ask is, give me a call once a week, or, it could be via text or it doesn't matter. And just kind of let me know where I can help you, where you want, if you have any, I'm going to have some training and some webinars. So if you can get people on that, I can talk to your customers, to your potential distributors. I can assist you. It's just a matter of communicating. So I'm going to just kind of share some of the things that I'm going to be doing, and I suggest you do as well. And that's also printing out this August game plan. And in it, we have some here. These are some tips for gathering loyal customers. So I suggest you to go through this and read it and do it according to your goals. We're going to be teaching Ruby, so I highly suggest you printing this out so you know how to proceed for this month. There's 3 recommendations. I have already read the 5-Second Rule. That's a really awesome book, and then that's part of the self-development key. So they put 3 books on here. The 5-Second Rule by Mel Robbins, Unleash the Power Within by Tony Robbins, and The Sun Stands Still by Pastor Stephen Furtick. Now, I'm listening to Unleash the Power by Tony Robbins. You can hear it on YouTube. So I'm going to be listening to that over the next couple of days because I think it's like a 6-hour tape. So when I'm at work during the day, I can sit there and listen to that as my self-development. And the 5-Second Rule, I've already read that. Listened to that a couple of times. That's a really good book. That's that's something good to revisit periodically, because it kind of helps you get motivated to just go ahead and do. So I highly suggest getting those 2 books. You can do it on Kindle or Unleash the Power of YouTube. You can sit and listen to that. I don't know, Sun Stand Still by Pastor Stephen Furtick. I may or may not get that. I don't know. Okay. One of the things that also I think will be helpful, what I'm doing is I printed out, for me, for those who have customers, print, and this is something you can do like every month. I printed out all my customer information, their names. Oh, this is the wrong thing. Here it goes. Yeah. I printed out my customers' information, so that way I can send them, do an email, my monthly email plan up to them. So this is when I'm going to either share like recipes. I'm going to do an email, just checking in on everyone, and just one email, and I'm going to share a recipe, share a product of the month, and maybe share something personal, like a personal win that I have. So I'm going to send that to all my customers. I am going to also send those to not only the active customers, but to the non-active. So I printed out that list. So I'm going to be doing that. I suggest that you do that. You can use, I use MailChimp. You can use MailChimp or Constant Contact for your email blast. So that's one of the things that I'm going to be doing for my business. Excuse me if I'm all over the place. So I want to make this quick. So with that also being said, I also suggest going into your back office where U-Training is, and I'm going to share my screen. So for those who don't know how to find it, we're going to go, I'm going to go and find, how do I move this? All right. I don't know how to do this. Okay, it won't let me be great. All right, there we go. And then type by Kidist.com. Type by Kidist.com. I hope everyone can see my screen. So I'm going into my account. First I gotta move all these bars. All right, there we go. So I'm going into my account. So let me make sure, can you all see my screen? I hope you can see my screen. I don't know how to do this. How do I do this? Okay, so I guess I am sharing my screen. Okay, so how do I get back here? All right, so good grief. Okay, are you seeing all this? All right, so I hope I'm sharing my screen. Let's see, stop sharing. And then share screen. Okay, I think I got it. We'll see. So hopefully, so in here you will go into You Training Academy. And I suggest you watch. I just wanted to make sure I told you the right place. What's your color? Okay. In here, it's really has very detailed information on the 4 color personalities: yellow, red.
Hi, Mike Patello, Chief Sales Officer. Here at It Works, we love that we attract
red, yellow, green. So watch. I suggest this video. It was from one of the events where they actually went in detail about the color personality. Right now, I have downloaded a book, which I suggest is also a good book to listen to, because knowing the color personalities will let you know how to talk to someone. Let me stop sharing my screen. All right, it will let you know how to talk to a potential, whether it's a potential customer or a potential loyal distributor, because people have different languages. Everyone does not talk in the same manner. You might meet someone that is super excited about your opportunity, super excited about the products, and you know they want it, they need it, all the signs are, and then you finally get them on the phone, you talk to them about the product or the opportunity, and the next thing they say is that they're not interested. This has happened to me, and that's because I really didn't understand the different color personalities. I didn't understand how to talk to different people. And with that being said, it wasn't that they didn't want the product or that the opportunity wasn't good. They just didn't understand your language. So it came off totally wrong, like, this is not something for me. It's not what I thought it was. So with that, when you learn the 4 different color personalities, it will help you understand the signs and how to approach that person, so that you're speaking their language. And then you might find that you might be a sprinkle of maybe 1 or 2 of those personalities, but we can find a way where you can dig deeper to really kind of get an idea of what your true color is. So we have, I have notes, because I go all over the place. So I want to kind of make sure I kept, I'm on track. So I'm going to share which book I suggest. It is, what's up, honey? Okay, cover. All right. So one of the books that I'm reading is The 4 Color Personalities for MLM, The Secret Language by Big Al Schrader. So I don't know if you can see that. I know that's kind of icky. But yeah, it's The 4 Color Personalities for MLM by Big Al Schrader. It is very informative. It goes in details, gives examples, give examples of how to tell and how to talk to them. So this is the book that I highly suggest. So I'm just going to kind of talk briefly over it, but I would suggest that as you're reading, because it will go in more detail. So all right, so we have the red. So we have to talk in the language of our prospect. So we have to learn one of each trait of the personality color, which is red, blue, yellow, and red, yellow, blue, and green. All right. So, one of the things you will learn from this book is you will recognize the traits when you're talking. You will also learn how to remember my notes. I be writing a whole lot of stuff. All right, so the yellow personality. The yellow personality is that person who is more of like, I get the way they describe it is like more free loving, very easygoing, usually like your teachers or your caregivers. They are the person who likes to be of service to others, and they're not motivated by money or anything like that. They're motivated by how many people it can help, if it's something that's going to attribute to a change in mankind. And a broad example of that would be like Mother Teresa or Martin Luther King. They were leaders, but they had a peaceful way and loving way, inclusive way. So that's what you want to kind of think of your yellow personality. So when you're talking to a yellow person, you have to kind of listen to key signals to let you know. Like yellows will say things like, "Oh, I feel I'm passionate. Oh, this is kind and giving and blessings and servitude and gratitude." That you'll hear those type of words come from a yellow personality. They are, you can start talking to them like to approach a yellow person in regards to the opportunity. If you hear them say some of those trigger words, to approach them and say, "Oh, you will make so much money if it's all about how you do this and that, and you will be able to have a car, and you can have what's your dream desires, and you'll get to travel, you get to do this." And the yellow person is just hearing wah 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 wah. That's just like that. It doesn't move their heart. It doesn't motivate them. It's not what pushes them to do this. But if you tell them something like, this is an opportunity where it will help so many children, where you can use your commission to do missionary work, because we are part of the Children's Cup, where you can donate to a child and grow. And this business is a perfect opportunity to be able to do more opportunities of giving and sharing and volunteer work. It will, you could help so many kids with this amount of money. Imagine if you could do a missionary tour. You have to kind of talk to them in that sense. And the yellow personality would be like, okay, what that's amazing to me. I could help so many people. That would be a motivator for them to really work this business. Now, the blue personality is someone, and a blue personality when you meet them, because as soon as you come to them, before you even had said your name, "Hi, my name is Kidist," before you even said hi, they have told you their name, who they came with, who they're already eyeing, what they spot a person across the thing. "Oh, you need to come over there." You learn their parents' name, their job, their life goals, all the places they traveled, how much fun this is. There's a lot of people. They're just the butterfly and the socialite, and they talk a lot, and they don't need you to talk. You're just a sounding board for them, So if you have this personality trait, don't get offended. But we're doing extremes of this, especially if you find yourself hearing some traits that remind you. But this kind of lets you know, just kind of figure out the trait you are. So when you're approaching the blue personality, to sit and tell the blue personality, oh, this company is, so awesome. We have a great compensation plan. You can make this percentage off of this amount of volume if you do this, and you will be able to, double your income by, if you just do these simple steps. And the blue is just hearing work, work, more work, and more work. But if you tell them something like this company is amazing, when you meet their goals, they give you free trips. You get to give you money. I've seen people, use their money to be able to go to different holidays. We have so many amazing parties, and if you win this amount, if you get in this bracket, if you go to this leadership rank, you will get to do all the private parties, and they're super amazing, and you get to go to the island. All they want to hear about is really the fun stuff, and what do they got to do to get to the fun stuff, and how quickly they can do it. Because they'll talk to everyone and their brothers and sisters, no problem, about this opportunity, not knowing anything. They're usually the ones we call ignorant on fire. I love that, because they have no fear. They're just like, okay, what I got to do and what I got to do to do it. And they do it with robust, because they are thinking about all the fun. We get to do parties while making money. They love the fun stuff, the blues. And you'll know blue personality because they're the ones that is talking to everyone, getting to know everyone, and they'll meet you, introduce themselves, have a whole conversation with you, and you haven't opened your mouth. Okay. And then we have the red personality. The red personality is more of like, they usually are very take charge. They are bottom line people. They're not very intimidated. They're very competitive. They are about being the best. People like Margaret Thatcher, Donald Trump, athletes, those tend to be red personality. They are very organized. So to talk to a red personality about, all the fun you're going to have and how many people you can help, they don't want to hear that. They want to hear, okay, how much money do I make? How fast do I got to do? And what do I got to do to make this amount of money? They just want to hear the bottom line, the dollar sign. They don't want to hear anything else. They know they don't need your help. They'll get it done. Give them the information, and they will move forward. So red personalities are excellent leaders, and they get things done very quick. They're all about the bottom line. You have to be very direct with them. And you would hear certain trigger words like a red, might use something. I'm a leader. I can do it myself. I take control, and these people a lot, they say loser. So they're more direct, very confident, very confident of themselves. So they're excellent leaders, and they tend to rise quickly. And they move very fast. They don't wait, because they're just like, let me get it done, and I'll figure out a way to get it done. The green personality is that green personality is challenging for all the other colors, because all the other colors in their own way, they kind of will do the work. Like, yellows go with the flow. Reds are like, get it fast, get it done. And the blues are just like, just do it. They don't think about it, but they just do it. Where the green personality pretty much is that person when you talk to them and you're like, tell them, oh, this is a product that does X, Y, Z. And then they'll say, well, what are the ingredients? You send them the product information. Once someone starts asking about the ingredients, that's when you give it over to them. When you're introducing the opportunity, you will, they will say, send me the compensation plan. And then we're like, okay. because I've had this personal experience. So I have a green child. So he actually did that to me. He was like, send me the compensation plan, Mom. I need to read this. I was like, okay. And he just was like, I have to think about this. I have to read this and need that. And I have to research the company. They are the ones that has to know every little thing. Then they're going to write a thesis about it. And then they're going to write a debate about whether it's a yay or a no. Green personality has to have every bit of information. They're going to Google it. They're going to snap it. They're going to Instagram, whatever. They're going to look it up all kinds of ways. So the green personality, you cannot expect them to rush. The second you meet a green personality, you're going to have to probably follow up with them at least 6 to 7 times. It's follow up, definitely. They said the poster child for the green personality is Mr. Spock. So that kind of gives you an idea like how the greens are. So when you want to present the opportunity or the product for them, just say, what information, I would just simply ask them what information you need to kind of come, to decide whether you want to do this opportunity or not, and give them the information they want. Let them get as much information as you want. The more information you give them, the more they will be, that's a good sign because they're more interested. The second they stop requesting the information, they may not be interested, but I will keep following up. One of the things that I was also shown, and this is the last thing I'm going to touch on, that I'm getting off, I'm ending the training, is when you meet your potential or the DT or LC, you should ask 3 simple questions. And this will kind of guide you into knowing what type of personality you are about to talk to. So you're going to have to learn to be a listener. You just ask simple questions, whether it's your distributor or your potential customer, because you need to get as much information about the person that you can. And then that way, when you ask these questions, you will kind of know what kind of color personality you're working with so that you can help them in that manner. You can talk the language that they speak so that they can receive what you're saying. Once I have started to do this, I noticed that I have been able to have more interactions with people where before maybe they would shut me down, but now I'm still talking to people, and I'm talking to people that I talked to for months ago. But because I have learned the language, I know it's going to take a few times with us conversing about the product before they will convert into a customer or a distributor. It's just a matter of just, talking to them and understanding them and knowing the language that your person is. So the 3 things that will give you an idea is you ask them, well, what do you do for a living? Because each color personality has, things that they would be more inclined to do, like a yellow, I would imagine, would be a teacher or a nurse or, a caregiver. And a blue would be like a party planner or, a waitress, or, or I don't know, a dancer. So, and then I would think that a red personality would be more like your employers, like owners and bosses and managers. And then I would think your green personality would be more like your scientists and doctors. So that kind of gives you an idea of what area, as far as their work ethics or how they work, that kind of gives you the color coding. But then the second question I would ask is, what do you do on your free time? Because a lot of times we're in jobs that we necessarily wouldn't get into with our true color personality. So what a person does afterwards will really let you know. So a person who is in a red position, and then they tell you on their free time, you know, they like to just go hopping from beach to beach, you know, do grassroots traveling. You might be like, oh, they got a blue personality, or, you know, or I like to sit and, you know, do my reading club and my knitting club. So they're more of like social. So they might be the yellow personality. So what they do on their free time will kind of give you an idea of what color personality that they fit in. And then the last question is that will be really key to really let you know who they are as a color personality is, what do you like most about your job or your hobby? Now, say you might have pinned someone who has a yellow personality because they'll say something like, oh, um, I love to do charity work on the weekends at different places, and then they say something, and you think they're a yellow, you know, they're a yellow personality, and then they turn around and do something that's very red. You know, it amazes me how many scammers there are in these charities, or they, you know, they might say something that's total opposite. So that will kind of let you know who they are in regards to their thinking. So those three those three questions, what do you do for a living? What do you do on your free time? And what do you like most about your job or your hobby? Will really give you an idea about the kind of person you're dealing with, if there's red, yellow, green, or blue. So I hope that was a little helpful. I kept it under the time that I wanted to do a little bit. And so if you have any questions, let me know. I hope I didn't ramble too badly, because I know I have a tendency to ramble. But anyway, you all have a blessed one. And I will talk to you guys soon. And thank you for watching. Bye. And I'm Kidist.